Happy Thursday. Okay, I just realized my phone isn't charging, so let me fix that. Anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys and absolutely like say hi when you guys see this. Oh, I see. I put like a really heavy bag on top of my cord. So that would be why. But anyway, okay. So hopefully you guys can see this video, which I think you actually can. Update the channel and provide a stream key. I have no idea how to use that stuff. Anyway, y'all, like how do I do the stream key? I'm just not even gonna worry about it at this point. But anyway, y'all, so yeah, say hi when you guys see this and what we are actually gonna be doing tonight. So I am going to be sharing some of my favorite skincare products. So go ahead and like as you guys are popping on, go ahead and absolutely say hi when you see this. Okay, I'm just making sure my live is working because I always gotta double check. But yes, leave a comment when you guys see this because I'm just gonna tell you, social media has not been my friend lately. Okay, and why does it even look like that? Why is it like there's a weird screen behind my thing here? How do I do that? Like how do I get rid of this virtual background looking thing? Because that is so weird. I almost feel like starting over. Like how do I get rid of that, y'all? But anyway, okay, we're working on it. We're fixing it. Nope, that's definitely not it, I don't think. That's hilarious. Well, hopefully you guys can see me on here. This is so funny. I'm just like pressing random buttons and then it like zooms into my whole entire face. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe this is better. I don't know. But what it is that we're going to do. I know I'm cracking myself up, y'all, because I don't know how any of this stuff works and I'm just like playing around with. All right, let me actually share my live to my group now because I think I was actually supposed to do that. And hopefully it works because I was having some technical issues. Hey, Edith. Okay. I just said technical issues, but yeah. See, y'all, you do not have to be perfect. Let me just tell you. You can absolutely not have it all together. So let me let me see. Because why is there that weird background and how do I fix it? I don't know, but we're here, we're making it happen. Okay, y'all. So anyway. Yep, it's fine. It's fine. We're all fine. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like how would I get rid of that background screen? Yep. See, you're all that are watching me right now, you could be like, you know what? If Sarah could do this and screw up a whole lot, then absolutely I can do this too. Okay. So now I'm not really sure what I did there. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is hilarious. Okay, hey Evelyn, yes, thank you so much for being on. All right, y'all. So we're just gonna go ahead and like jump into it because I'm not sure. Like we are figuring out life right now. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. So, yep, I feel like restarting. No, we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that, friends. But anyway, ladies, yes, type in the chat, like, where are you tuning in from? And I would love to just hear from you. So I think I actually fixed part of the problem that I was having, but it's fine. We're all fine here. Okay, as long as I'm working. So, ladies, enough of me talking. Since I was having some technical issues, I hope that like gave you enough time to kind of jump on. But what I'm going to be doing tonight is talking about skincare, which I love skincare. I've been in Mary Kay now for actually 13 years. But type in the chat, where are you guys from? and who invited you to come tonight? I would love to hear like where you're from, who invited you on, and then and have you tried Mary Kay before? I would love to hear about that too. If you've heard of Mary Kay, if you've tried it. Hey Evelyn, Rose Nady. Okay, I'm so glad that you guys are on here tonight. I love it. All right. So, as we're jumping on, we are going to play a little game. So, we're going to be playing a little game, and oh my gosh, you know what? Did I figure out like how to get rid of the background, because that would be so awesome, or like how to make it something different? That would be really cool too. Nope, definitely not that one. That's fine, y'all. It's fine, but now it's white. This is so funny. Like, what I want to do is get rid of the background, but it's all good. It's all good. Okay. So, jumping into this, we're just going to dive right in. So, if you guys have your little pampering pack, go ahead and grab that out. Oh, I love that, from Puerto Rico, and your Aunt Katrina. Hey, Katrina. So glad that you're on tonight. Okay. So grab your facial pack, grab your products if you have it. So we are going to be talking a little bit about skincare. And again, like I was saying, I've been a Mary Kay now for over 13 years. And I will share a little bit about me and the game that we're playing. Okay, I totally didn't even have this ready, but grab a piece of paper. This is going to be the easiest thing for you to do. And thank you for bearing with me. So grab a piece of paper, and you are going to make a tic-tac-toe board, okay? So I'm not the best artist, but I'm making an example for you. Little tic-tac-toe board, and we're going to have 3 little questions at the end. So actually, this is your opportunity to win a prize. And guess what? Everybody that plays wins a prize. So you want to make sure. And as I'm sharing products, I want you to fill up this square. And guess what? You get a little free space in the middle. So give yourself a free space here. And as I'm sharing different products, I want you to put in the little squares what product you would love to have if it were free. Okay? So if it were free, what product would you want to have? Now, I just had to put my phone on do not disturb, so don't mind me as I do that. But I had to do that because yes, I did not want anyone calling me, because I feel like somebody always calls me when I'm in the middle of a live. But anyway, and then at the end, there's going to be 3 little questions. And hey, Carol, if you're doing awesome. All right. So, does everyone have their game board? Like, give me a little thumbs up if you have your game board. Yes. All right. And I want you to say hi once you guys see this. So, leave a little comment, say hi. And guess what? Share this video too. If you know somebody that you feel like you would want to share this with, absolutely. Like, share this video with them, and you're going to get an extra point into our drawing tonight. Okay. So, as we are jumping on, see, I was just kind of seeing like, could I get rid of that background, because I really wanted to do that, but I'm not sure how. Who knows? I'm not the most tech savvy person. Hey, Carol, hope you're doing awesome. Now, type in the chat if there is something about skincare that you just have to know about. So I'm going to actually show you my fun routine, but I'm going to add in some extras, because you ever have those days where you're just feeling like you need some extra pampering, extra help with your skin. Maybe your skin is feeling or looking a little bit dull. Hi, that's me. Okay, so we're going to first get your skin a little bit damp. So if you have a pampering pack, go ahead and take it out. Even if you're a consultant on here, like, go ahead and take out your little pampering pack. And yep, go ahead and take it out. And then take out some products, because now is just the perfect time to press the pause button, because we don't always do that, right? And being busy, I know for me, I have 3 little kids, so it is hard, like, to always take the time to just take time for myself. And hey, Rita, thank you so much for jumping on. And yes, if you are here, like if a consultant invited you, go ahead and tag her in the chat. Now we're gonna jump in, and I am gonna share a little bit about me too. But the first product I'm using, this is the Time Wise Repair. It is a cleanser. It is called the Voluform Cleanser. Now, if you all have ever tried Mary Kay before, like type it in the chat, what is your favorite product? So this cleanser, and I'm going to say this too, y'all. Mary Kay, they actually follow the EU standards. And if you're not familiar with that, the EU standards, so it stands for the European Union, and they actually ban over 1,500 chemicals. Hey, Melody, hope you're doing awesome. So they ban over 1,500 chemicals that the FDA does not ban. So it's the cleanest beauty products that you can get, like aside from putting bananas on your face, y'all. Or okay. So I want to share that because I get a lot of questions about that. And I'm also going to talk about all of the amazing after I wipe this cleanser off, make sure you wipe your cleanser off, because I want to say this. When I first started Mary Kay, I didn't really know anything about skincare and or makeup. And maybe that's you. I actually worked in healthcare, but type in the chat, like, what do you all do for work? Because I know we all do different things, but I used to work in healthcare and I was in graduate school. So I was going to college. So that's kind of where I was at when I first started Mary Kay. And believe it or not, I had never even heard of the company or the products, even though they've been around for over 60 years. Now I just did my cleanser, but I'm gonna say this: the first time I ever like had someone try the products, I was just practicing. I forgot to tell them to wipe off the cleanser. So we went through like the whole routine. We did makeup and everything, and they still had cleanser on their face. Yeah, that was the day that I almost quit. Okay, teacher, I love that. So you absolutely need some extra pampering, right? Okay, so the first thing that we are going to be trying tonight, this, I wanted to see, do I have my little mask applicator? No, I don't. That's fine. So I'm going to put on this deep cleansing charcoal mask. So it is like a detox for your skin. And maybe like type it in the chat though if you have tried charcoal before, or maybe you've like had detox charcoal pill. So charcoal, there's a lot of fun facts about it, fun ingredients, but the charcoal mask, it has activated charcoal, it has bentonite clay, it has honeysuckle, navy bean, which actually brightens the skin. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it brightens the skin, evens out the skin tone. Also has spearmint, so it smells really good. So you're just going to kind of put like a light layer of this on your face, which I feel like I need a little bit more. Now, this charcoal mask is not for like an everyday thing, but maybe, I don't know, like 2 to 3 times a week. Now, we are going to keep this on for a few minutes for it to dry, but what it does is it pulls impurities out of your skin, kind of like a magnet. So type in the chat though, like, what is one of your problem areas with your skin? So mine has always been, well, it used to be pores. Like I felt like my pores were always clogged, had some breakouts, and then also like oily skin. So I really didn't put anything on my skin because I thought it would make it more oily. Now we are going to keep this mask on for a few. We're doing some extra pampering today because it's just one of those days. And I'm going to keep this on for a few. I'm also going to show you another one of my favorite, like, skin pampering, but this is actually for your lips. So it's called the Satin Lips, and it is a sugar scrub. So I know, like, there are a lot of graduations coming up. I mean, we're just coming out of Teacher Appreciation Week. And if you're like me, well, guess what? All the teachers are going to be getting theirs a little bit late, and I apologize. I'm so sorry for that, but it is happening. Now, we're going to keep this on the lips for a few minutes, but the sugar scrub, it actually lifts off the dead skin on your lips. Now, I'm going to keep it on for a minute, though. Now, what I want to share with you is this. There are a couple ways that you can help your consultant tonight. And thank you for being here to support her, by the way. And absolutely share this video. That's another way that you can support your consultant, right? But one of the ways is you can absolutely, if there's something that you love and you just have to have, like, comment the word sold, okay? When you see something that you love, and whatever that product is, that way your consultant gets credit. So one of the great things about Mary Kay is, yes, we teach you how to take care of your skin, how to do makeup. We help you find specific things for your skin. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I walked into Ulta. Yes, Ulta. I rarely go in there, but I needed some hair supplies, like, quickly. I didn't have time to wait for it to be on order. Had to go in there. I was totally lost. Like, there was so much stuff in there. I didn't know where to go. No one came up to me. It's so crazy. So I feel like I would be someone that you would want to come up, like, you would want to come up to me. Just saying, I will be a good customer for you. So that taught me a very valuable lesson, right? So with Mary Kay, you actually get a beauty consultant that you can talk with about your skincare and your makeup needs, and it's not AI. Let me tell you something. Like, I use AI all the time, right? But I went on there to do like that color analysis thing. No, it was wrong. Like, the internet does not know everything. So what you get when you have a beauty consultant is you have a personalized beauty consultant, which is so awesome. Okay, Rita, you asked me to repeat something, but I don't know what it was. So anyway, y'all, that's one of the perks. And of course, you can shop with her. So if you see any product that you just have to have, type it in the chat with the word sold, whatever product that is. Now, another way that you could support your consultant. So keep in mind, like, think about other things you might want to learn about, because tonight we're really diving into skincare, but maybe you want to try things for yourself, or maybe you want to learn more about makeup. So you get your own customized beauty experience with your consultant. So keep that in the back of your mind, and it could be in person or it could be virtual. And I think it's almost time to wipe this off. But either or, and I am so thirsty. And speaking of skincare, all right, this is sparkling water, okay, but water is really good for your skin. A lot of times when we're noticing like things going on with our skin, maybe sagging, wrinkles, all that stuff, are we drinking enough water? And I just realized I have satin lips on my lips. So let me wipe this off, the satin lips, and you some fun things about this charcoal mask. So let me actually wipe off my lip scrub. Now, another fun fact about me is I am a worship leader at my church. So tomorrow night we're doing a women's night of worship, and I feel like I need a little extra, like, skin relaxation time just to prepare for that evening. So maybe you have like a special event coming up where you feel like your skin needs some extra pampering. All right. So we wiped off our lip scrub. Now, the next part of the satin lips is actually a shea butter balm. This is so good. The flavor of it is white tea and citrus, and I personally love it, and I love how smooth it is. Now, I used to be addicted to chapstick. Okay, anybody else addicted to chapstick? Well, I felt like I'd put it on all the time, or like I would panic, right? So I learned later, if you peel back the label, number one ingredient is alcohol. So it actually dries out your skin. But this butter balm, it has shea butter, it has jojoba butter. So it like mimics the natural oils that are in your on your lips. And I usually only put this on once a day, like at night before I go to bed, and I'm good for the rest of the day because I just don't like that feeling where my lips are dry and crusty. Who loves that, right? Nobody. All right. So that was the satin lip set, perfect gift giving, or maybe you just want that for yourself, right? Now, I think we're going to take a look at our charcoal mask. So I feel like there's a lot of crazy stuff going on with my face right now. Now, if you notice these little dots on my nose here, and you see these little dots. This is actually like where the mask is pulling out some clogged, maybe gross stuff in my pores. Oh my gosh, it's all over my forehead. Now, I did do an event. Actually, Edith and I did an event outdoors yesterday. So, and we were just sneezing, and there was so much like pollen. It was beautiful, beautiful garden, but there was a lot of allergies going on. And I feel like it has been a while since I've done this charcoal mask. So, even when we're just washing our face, sometimes things are still getting trapped in the pores, as you can see. Now, another great exfoliator that I had to tell you about, I keep this one in my shower. It's called the microdermabrasion. Now, this is a treatment that you could actually get at a spa. Now, my brother, okay, a couple years ago, he got my mom and I this gift card to a spa. It was so awesome. And one of the things that they did was the microdermabrasion. And she goes, "It is going to feel like a cat is licking your face." And I'm thinking, all right. So as she's doing it, all I could think about was a cat licking my face. But anyway, microdermabrasion, it is literally the same treatment you could get at the spa. So it's really fine crystals. They're called aluminum oxide that they get like deep into your pores to pull all of that out. So let's say like this is your pore, right? So just washing by hand, that is not enough to get all up in there, right? That's just getting at the surface. Now, when you use the microdermabrasion, the scrub, it's able to get all up in your pores, clean it out, and there's a serum, a pore minimizing serum, that tightens the pores back up and actually tightens your skin, which I love this. And again, not an everyday treatment. So I keep this in my shower, like when I wash my hair, do all that. I'm also doing my microdermabrasion. So it is also anti-aging because you are creating tiny abrasions in your skin. You can't see it, it doesn't hurt. But as your skin heals, it's creating more collagen. Because after we're like 17, our skin just stops making collagen. I know, I love learning all these fun things. That way I could share it with y'all. But anyway, we're going to wipe off this mask. I know, it's looking pretty crazy. You need this in your life. Now, this is also good for teenagers. Any teenagers that are maybe struggling with breakouts or blackheads, this also helps any excess oil, kind of gets that all up off of your face, which I love that too. And I've noticed that when oh my gosh, started using the charcoal mask, my skin looked so much more clear. All right, so I gotta look in the mirror and actually get this off. And I'll tell you a fun story that I was doing a live video one time, and I did this, I did makeup, so I can't see very well on the phone camera. And I wasn't looking, I did a whole makeup look. Then my husband and I were like going out on a date. So I looked in the car mirror. I literally had charcoal mask, like I had a charcoal mask mustache. I had it up my nose, in my eyebrows, and like all along here. And I looked at him and I was like, seriously, you didn't tell me I had charcoal mask everywhere. And he goes, "Oh, I thought it was like supposed to be like that." And I'm thinking, no, 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 it is not supposed to be like that. So I'm just making sure I'm getting all of that off my face. Now, my skin is feeling pretty awesome already, okay? So, I do want to jump in though to a couple other fun things. So as I'm sharing that though, I'm going to let this dry for a minute and I'm going to kind of go back to my Mary Kay story, right? So, when I let's see, was so I started Mary Kay, right? So I was actually getting married, and I realized that I needed to make some extra money for my wedding because yes, we had to pay for most of it. Plus my job right at the time was on a raise freeze. And my reality budget was just it was not matching my dream budget. I had dreams. We all have dreams. Like had dreams and goals and things that, I wanted to do, and I guess I just kept getting shot down. And when I was young, a teenager, I was diagnosed with several like a chronic illness, and I was told that there is no cure, that you might as well go on disability, and you might as well just give up on your dreams. Like if you have any big plans, well, you might want to rethink it. And I actually believed all of these doctors, and you know, I actually started feeling really depressed, and I just kind of settled. I settled for less than what I could have, less than my dreams. And, I just was, I don't know. So I went through many years just kind of going through the motions of life. And I don't know if you guys have ever felt like that before, where you kind of like just settled, where you had dreams and goals, and you just kept hearing over and over that you were never going to make it. So that was me. And I just kept like praying about it. I'm like, Lord, I know that you have something out there for me, but what is it? So I went through many years of that. And when I started Mary Kay, again, I'd never heard of it. I really didn't do a whole lot of makeup. I was not passionate about makeup. I loved helping people though. That's why I worked in healthcare. Surely didn't do it for the money, no offense, but I went to school. I got a master's degree in healthcare administration. Actually public administration, but healthcare was like my jam. So type in the chat, what do you do for work? So anyway, so that's where I was at, right? I went to, long story short, I went to try the products like we're doing right now, and I met this woman. She was so inspiring. She actually had a free car. She earned a car from Mary Kay. Yes, you can earn cars, and some of them are the pink Cadillac. So type in the chat if you've ever seen a pink Cadillac, like in real life. Type in the chat. They are real. And speaking of, this is a picture of, I have 3 daughters. This is Arabella. She's 5. She's 5 now, but that was her in front of our pink Cadillac, our first pink Cadillac, which is so much fun. Oh my goodness. So anyway, y'all, but yeah, so I went to try the products, and of course I loved the product, but really it was less about the product and more about what I was hearing. So this woman, right, she used to be a teacher, but yes, teaching, Rita. So she was a teacher, but she had a baby, and she realized she was making more money doing Mary Kay on the side. So she ended up leaving her teaching job to do Mary Kay full time and be home with her baby. I didn't have any kids yet, but I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then she shared her highest paycheck, which was over $13,000 in 1 month. And I was like, hold the phone. Like, I'm over here on the struggle bus working 60 hours a week, uh, on a raise freeze. I could barely like pay my bills, let alone do anything fun. And I'm listening and I'm hearing everything that she's saying. And, I just looked at her and I was like, if she can do it, I feel like I could do it too. Like, I could absolutely do this. And besides the money and the cars and trips, she was talking about trips around the world, can earn all these diamonds and really fun purses and all this stuff. Like, I was like, I loved just her positive spirit. She was so happy. And I looked around, everyone was having fun, everyone was laughing. Like, you know what? I want to have fun. I want to be around happy people. Oh my gosh. So that's why I signed up. Like, yes, I would love to have some extra money. But the one thing that she said, remember all of those dreams you had when you were a little girl. Well, I'm here to tell you that they can still happen. And you know what? That just lit a fire inside of me, and I started to dream again, and I started to remember my dreams. And hey Kim, and I love that. I love that, Rita. Well, I love that you're jumping on and kind of learning about some new things. But yeah, dreams, she reminded me of those dreams that I had that I kind of forgot about, right? So, and we're going to hold the phone there because I want to talk about a couple other products. So, Barrier Restore, this is like a fairly new product. It's kind of Mary Kay's version of beef tallow. Let's put it that way. So, what does it say? Daily facial lotion, clinically shown to strengthen and naturally reinforce the skin's moisture barrier. So this says before your moisturizer. All right. So I'm going to put this on because it also helps with like redness and any type of like if you have like burning in your skin, like if you're ever putting on products and they're burning your skin, I mean, if you get it from the Dollar Tree, I don't know, no guarantee, but if you're getting high-end products like Mary Kay, you might have a weak skin barrier, and that could happen from a lot of different things. like being in the sun, poor nutrition, a lot of different things, right? Could damage our skin. So this helps to restore that barrier. So it's going to help with redness, and it is going to help to like give you that glow, and it has lipids and fatty acids. So it restores what is naturally supposed to be in your skin. So I love this barrier restore. This is part of our clinical solutions line. Now, I'm also going to put on our advanced lifting serum, and this is part of my TimeWise Repair, my everyday skincare. So this lifts and firms, and it's kind of like Spanx, but for your face, okay? So, yeah, I wear Spanx sometimes, y'all. Like, I have 3 kids, okay? So we're putting this on, and you want to start it at your neck. A lot of people like forget this area. So we want to start it at your neck, and it lifts and it firms your skin, right? Kind of like Spanx, because as we age, my skin feels really good right now, actually. After that charcoal mask and that barrier restore, I don't use this every day. I feel like I'm going to start using it because I really like how it feels on my skin. Anyway, so we're putting on our lifting serum, but this area of our face is called the triangle of youth. So as we age, it kind of starts to sag a little bit. So we need to use some lifting serum to get it back up there. And we want to put it on in an upward and outward motion. So that, and then moving on to another part of my daily skincare is our Voluform Eye Renewal Cream. And I love that, Kim. Yes, I know. My husband, he probably needs to use it more often. Just saying. So this eye cream is so cool. I like to call this the Pink Cadillac Eye Cream. And why I call it that is because it is the best that we have, and the top leaders in Mary Kay get to drive a pink Cadillac. And I feel so honored to lead like we are earning our second pink Cadillac, our team. And when I think about the pink Cadillac, yes, okay, the director gets to drive it, but anybody gets to earn a car. It's anyone could choose. So like when I started Mary Kay, I told my director, I was like, listen, I work like 60 hours a week. I'm finishing a master's degree. I'm planning my wedding. I don't have a lot of time. But I'm willing to learn, and I'm willing to work. And I said, show me how to do what you do, because I want to be making those $13,000 paychecks. And she was like, okay. And she showed me what to do, and I did it. And in 4 months, I earned my first car for Mary Kay. Now, I never had a brand new car in my life. So when I picked up that car, I feel like it was sitting in my driveway for like 2 days before I was like, oh my gosh, did I actually earn a car? And also promoted myself too. And I got to give God all the credit, y'all, because he knew what he was doing when he put this opportunity in my life, because I didn't know that I was going to get laid off for my job. And about a year later, I got laid off. But when I first started, I know I'm taking my time with this, because this special metal tip, it's an alloy. It actually reduces puffiness and swelling on contact. So I've been having some puffy eyes. Again, I told you all I'm having some crazy allergies. So this helps to reduce the swelling, and it always stays cold. And then the cream itself helps to moisturize, helps with dark circles, like that crow's feet around here, sagging, and it kind of keeps everything tight, which this is my favorite eye cream. So anyway, going back to what we were talking about, right? So earn the car. And what I loved though is that there's no one that is holding you back. The only one holding you back is whatever you're telling yourself up here. And for me, I was so tired of being told that I was never gonna make it. I was never gonna achieve anything. Y'all, I was bullied pretty much my whole entire life. When I was a kid, I was bullied, and even as an adult. And that is part of why I am so passionate about women and helping women feel good about themselves, and just letting them know that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, for God's purposes here on earth. And I love to just speak life into other women and lift them up, because I know what it feels like to be on the receiving end of like hurting people, because people that are hurting, well, they tend to hurt people. So just saying. And maybe you've experienced that before. All right, y'all. So I have like a couple more steps left. Now, with the Time Wise Repair, there is a day and a night treatment. So tonight I'm going to use the night treatment that has retinol. But during the day, I use the day cream. It has SPF 30. It moisturizes. It is not greasy. And it helps with lines and wrinkles and dark spots on the skin. So we want to put this all over the face. Okay. So, but tonight I'm going to be using our night cream with the retinol. Now, this is so cool. It does not screw off. It's actually an airless pump. So when you press this, it comes out of the top just like that. And then that's really all you need, like for your face and your neck. So we're gonna put this all over, and we're gonna leave this one on overnight, put on your face and your neck. And this, I like to think of it like little pink elves come out and like iron out your wrinkles, because it helps to heal your skin as you are sleeping. I'm so happy we're doing this because I really needed this today, y'all. Like, there's been some stuff going on, in life. Everybody has things going on. Let's just be real. Nobody is immune, from life happening. And Mary Kay Ash, she was our founder. She said it best. You're either in a crisis, you're coming out of a crisis, or you're about to go in a crisis, right? Like, there's never going to be an opportune time to do anything. Like, for example, start a business. And we're going to talk a little bit about that too. And it may not be for you, but again, like, don't tune out, because you could be our talent scout. You might know someone that would be really great at Mary Kay. And if you refer them, you would actually get a little shopping spree. Lunch lady, I love that. You are the best. Anyway, y'all. So I'm going to do one last step though. And I'm going to tell you about this hydrating cream mask. This is fairly new for Mary Kay, but you could, let's see, apply an even layer, leave it on for 20 minutes or more. All right, cool. So we're going to keep this on, but this helps to like hydrate your skin. And right about now, I am feeling like I need like a little extra hydration. So we're going to put this on. Now, it is a mask, but you could use it underneath your makeup if you're wearing makeup, which I'm not going to, or you could just put it on over top of your skincare if you're wanting that glow. But for me, so this actually has hyaluronic acid in it. So it also plumps up the skin cells, okay? Which I don't know, but I'm looking in the mirror and I'm pretty excited about our little facial routine that we just did, because my skin's feeling good and I really needed to take that extra pampering. Because even taking 5 or 10 minutes at the end of the day to just wipe off our face and put on our skincare, it like resets our nervous system. So, and my children, y'all, type in the chat if you have kids. Mine are 10. I'll show you guys the picture. Aria, she's my oldest, she's 10. And then Arabella is 5. And then Alana is 3. So, of course, as a mom, we want to be there for our kids. But that is why, like, this mama needs some extra pampering. And at the end of the day, just taking that little bit of time to reset and like take care of myself in peace and quiet, it helps me so much, like on the inside, mentally, all the things. Knowing that I'm doing something good for myself and my mental health too, right? Not just my skincare and health that way, but mental health. So anyway, y'all, so going back to where I was talking about, so yes, earned the car, became a director. Now, again, paid for most of our wedding. Again, I had no idea, but a year later, I ended up losing my job. Like, who would have thought that would ever happen? Like, you never know when you are working for someone else. Like, there's no guarantees, right? So I said at that point, I looked at my master's degree on the wall. I was like, you know what? If I could get fired for no reason, why would I want to go back to working for someone else? Now, my story is probably not typical, because most people in Mary Kay, they're like me when I started. They work a full-time job, and Mary Kay is something that they sprinkle in, maybe just to get the discount, because we get between 30 and 50% off our own products. So a lot of people do it that way. And we have our own link, which your consultant, she is going to send you her shopping link tonight. That way, if there's anything you just absolutely have to have, you can order that from her. And guess what? She makes up to 50%, half of whatever, like, that is part of how we make our money. So if you wanted, I don't know, this makeup remover, we didn't really talk about this, but it's 20. So you pay 20 and your consultant gets half. And we don't have to wait on a paycheck. So I love that too. And we could work from home if we want to, which I did for many years. But also, I love to go outside of the home and just love on women and meet new people. You never know who God is going to connect you with, right? Like that we can become friends. And I absolutely love the friendships that I've been able to create in Mary Kay. I'm seeing some of the women on here, like Kim and Dolly, Edith, Katrina, like some of these beautiful ladies that are my friends now. And I love that so much. Hey, Christina, Donna, I love that so much. Like, thank Melody. Yes. So all of these beautiful ladies, I mean, so many of you I've got to meet, and I love we have people tuning in from Puerto Rico, like all over the place. Yes. So that's another fun perk about Mary Kay. Now, I also so when I lost my job, right? I'd already earned 2 cars for Mary Kay, and I was making more money doing this on the side. So that's when I decided, well, you know what? I'm just going to take a leap of faith, and I'm not going to go look for another job right now. And I figured, hey, if I need to, I can like I have experience, I have degrees, easy peasy, but I never did. And I've never needed to. I've never needed to have another job. My husband and I will be married almost 13 years in June. And my girls and we were able to buy our first home and so many fun adventures. And I love being able to, make my own schedule. And that is true wealth. When you have control over your time, and your time does not own you, but you own your time. You get to choose what your life is like. That is wealth. When you can pay your bills, provide the things that you need, save, like create wealth, but also live a peaceful life. Like that is true wealth. We don't need more stuff, right? We don't need stuff. We want peace in our life. I mean, that's what I want anyway. I want peace. I want to be able to breathe, and let me tell you this, like that chronic illness I told you about, well, there's no cure, but God says that I am healed, and I'm claiming that promise over my life. But have there been days where I did not feel good? Have there been days where I just needed to take a day off to rest? Yeah, have there been days when I needed to work from bed? Absolutely. Like I'm being straight up and real with you because this is real life. Like this real life that we're going through, y'all. We are going through it together. No one is immune from real life happening. And that is something that I feel blessed to be able to have. And that's part of why I love sharing it with others. Like, if it's done this for me, done this for thousands of other women throughout the world, can be for you too. But that's totally up to you to decide, right? So, now I want to go over the products really quick that we did. I know we were playing this hashtag party board, and if you didn't get this, forgot to talk about it during the live, but I said it in the beginning. So grab a paper, draw a hashtag board, okay? Really quick. And in these little squares, as I'm sharing the products with you, you're going to put in there what product you would love to have if it were free. And then I have 3 questions. Okay. So grab your piece of paper. I'm going to go over really quick what we did. All right. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is this Time-Wise Repair. So this is our everyday anti-aging. So I would say if you're like, over the age of 25, this would be a great set for you, or around that age, because it is like a more advanced age fighting, which, some of us need that. I know I do. So this is it. Your cleanser, your lifting serum, your day and your night treatment, and then that pink Cadillac eye cream that I was telling you about. So this is your everyday skincare. Now, your consultant does have a special deal for you, and she's going to share that with you after we get off of here. But when you get this as a set, you do actually save, and we have payment plans, all types of fun stuff, and you can earn some of this for free too by having a beauty experience. And again, that could be online, that could be in person, but that is another way that you can help your consultant. Okay, we talked about our satin lip set. Now you do save a couple of bucks when you get it as a set, just to let you know. But the scrub and then the lip balm. I love this. Yes, I don't like crusty lips, so I love how that feels. And then we talked about a couple of different supplements. So we talked about the Barrier Restore, which has the fatty acids, the glycerin, and the lipids. So this is what is going to rebuild your skin barrier, help with redness, helps a lot with sensitive skin, just to make your skin stronger after you have any type of skin damage, okay? Now, the next thing we did, oh, I'm going out of order, but we talked about the deep cleansing charcoal mask, okay? And yes, if there's a product that you just have to have, seriously, type it in the chat too. That way your consultant knows, like, you just have to have that product, okay? Now I'm trying to show it on the screen, but who knows, like, what is going on with my thing here. Okay, so going back, charcoal mask, this is what pulls the impurities out of your skin, and it acts like a magnet to pull out the toxins. Now, you could even use this on your feet. I've seen people do that for like a detox. Hey, Latressa, you could use it on your, I've seen people use it on their back, like back knee. I know nobody likes to talk about this, but people do it. So that's your charcoal mask, and you could use that like 2 to 3 times a week. And then we talked about our microdermabrasion. So that is what actually pulls the impurities out of your skin, okay? Now I'm trying to show like one of my little things, but it won't pop on. Anyway, so microdermabrasion, really fine scrub, and it deep cleans the pores. And then it comes with the pore minimizer that tightens the pores back up. Okay, and then last but not least, we talked about our hydrating cream mask. So, and my skin feels so good. And you know, whenever I do these treatments, I feel like the next day when I wake up, it feels so much better. But the cream mask, it has hyaluronic acid and also glycerin, which is a natural humectant. So it gives extra moisture to your skin. And I don't know about you, but I've been getting some dry skin. Like when our hormones shift, you know, environment, maybe we're not drinking enough water. This is so good. I love it's hard for me to drink water, so if I could drink like sparkling water, flavored water. Okay, so this is cranberry lime. That's pretty good. All right, anyway, my kids hate it, so that's good. They won't drink all of my sparkling water. Anyway, so cream mask. So type in the chat, y'all, what was your favorite product that we talked about? What was your favorite product? And that's going to be question number 1. I want you to write down, like, what products you absolutely have to take home with you, okay? And your consultant, she's going to ask you these questions afterwards also. Like, what was your favorite product? So I'm preparing you for what she's going to ask you. Your favorite product, and then what would you just absolutely have to take home with you tonight? Now remember, when you turn in this hashtag board, you do get a prize, okay, from your consultant. And yeah, so make sure you fill this out. Now, question number 2. I know we talked a little bit about you get to book your own customized beauty experience, and that's another way you can help your consultant. Now, it can be in person. We do have a studio if you're local, or your consultant can come out to you, because we do offer those personalized experiences, which are so much fun. So you can come to our studio, or you could have a beauty experience where you share it with a couple of your best girlfriends, and you can get free products. Now, another way, it could be virtual, just like this. I'm in my pajama pants. Business on top, party on the bottom, right? You don't have to be on camera either, by the way. So it's super easy. We do a live video just like this, and we mail out samples to you. Your consultant will get those to you, and you earn free product. And if you want to do that, be like, yes, like type it in the chat, because we are going to you're also going to get a special prize in with your order from your consultant when you pick a date. So I want you to put in question number 2 on your paper the word free or the word me. So free would be like, yes, absolutely. I want to have a beauty experience, and I absolutely want to help my consultant grow. And so that would be free. Let's pick a date. Or you could put me, like, I really don't want to help my consultant, and I really don't want to get any free products. So just follow up with me for my order, right? So free or me. Now, the third question. We're almost done. I'm almost out of time. I know we talked a little bit about the business opportunity. Now, again, do not tune out, because I'm going to share really quick, like the top reasons why women decide to join Mary Kay. But if you have a specific question about the opportunity, I want you to type it in the chat so I can answer it for you, like live right here. So I'm going to share really quick. Number 1 is actually for money. That's the number 1 reason why women decide to join Mary Kay. So it is super easy how we make money 2 ways, right? 1 is through our sales. So let's say, like, we all have our own link. People can shop. It's like an affiliate link where someone could go online and purchase something, just like you go on Amazon, right? And they ship it out. Mary Kay ships it out. You don't have to do anything. And then we get that money direct deposited right in our bank account. So, and you could start making money right away. You do not have to have products on hand unless you choose to, which I'm my own best customer, y'all. I got to have some products like for me. And I love being able to give gifts. Like, I just made up a whole bunch of fun gifts for one of my friends. I mean, I like having products on hand, but that is up to you. So you get to decide what that looks like. So money, sales, and then there's leadership, y'all, for having a team and teaching other people. And so far, my highest paycheck in a month has been over $15,000. Now, I'm not sharing that to brag. There's women that make a lot more than I do, but I'm sharing that to give you some possibilities. Plus, I never thought I would make that. I didn't know what to expect. I don't know, but I just kept going. I kept doing the do, and consistency pays off. And let me just tell you, you are going to feel like quitting several times, but you just got to keep going. Don't give up. Those are the people that win, are those that don't give up when you reach a challenge. That's just some resistance that you got to break through. Frustration always precedes growth. Okay, but money's number 1. Number 2, another reason is recognition. So recognition is like a basic human need. We need to be, unfortunately, like, we don't need to be validated by people, because in the Bible it says, do we live for the approval of man or for God? Right? Absolutely. I know for me personally, like, I don't live for the approval of others. But I had very low self-esteem when I came into Mary Kay. And when I started to get recognized and like rewarded, I didn't wear it, but I've earned diamond rings. We earned a cruise to the Bahamas. And like, I never had anyone tell me they were proud of me. Like, before I started Mary Kay, and that I was doing a great job. And that made me feel really good and gave me confidence. So that recognition piece and earning prizes, and you can, again, trips around the world. They just announced, oh my gosh, that we can actually earn a cruise. I don't know if you guys saw that, Kim and Edith and Latressa. We can earn a cruise right now. Oh yeah. Yes, I'll be doing that. And I'm gonna take my husband, or I'm gonna take my mom and go do a girls trip. I'm just kidding. I'll take my husband. Anyway, so prizes, self-esteem, self-confidence. I know I kind of touched on that already, but not only have I grown my own confidence, but now I get to teach others how to do that, whether it's with skincare and makeup or teaching them how to run a business. I never knew how to do that. So confidence, the cars. Oh my gosh, we talked about the free car program that you can earn cars, and every 2 years you get a new one, and they pay 85% of your insurance. Now, If you didn't want the car, you could take cash every month. But type in the chat, would you take the car or the cash? So I've always taken the car, just saying. And we are earning our ninth car. Oh my gosh. We are going for that pink Cadillac. That'll be our second pink Cadillac. All right. So I talked about the friends a little bit because the friendships and the community, that's a big reason that women join Mary Kay. So I was really attracted to that when I just saw everyone having so much fun and just supporting each other, lifting each other up, laughing, smiling. Like I didn't have that and I needed that. And I thought, hey, if I could have friends and make money at the same time, because I didn't have a lot of time. And it's still the same way. I love that through my Mary Kay business, I get to see all my friends and make new friends and invite people into my world. And for me, it allows me to connect when otherwise I wouldn't be able to. Because, y'all, when you have 3 little kids, you know how that could be, right? So I love that aspect of Mary Kay. The achievement and the advancement. So I told you guys when I came in, like, well, I couldn't get a raise. I had lost several jobs due to my health. I'm just being real. Like, and it was frustrating. And I was like, okay, I'm working really hard, but Susie Q and Joe over here got a promotion and is a raise, but I didn't. And I'm working just as hard as they are. Have you guys ever been through that? Well, I did many times and it was frustrating. So when I came into Mary Kay, they told me you can move at your own pace, which means you can move up as fast as you want, or you could go as slow as you want. Everybody's journey is different. We get to make our own hours and decide how this fits into our life because we don't have monthly quotas, okay? It's really up to you what you decide to do. So for me, I was like, oh my gosh, nobody's holding me back. Well, I'm going to go. I am going to run. And for me, I wanted to prove like, you know what? I am worth something. I could do this and I don't care what anyone else says. And that was what I thought. And then when it happened, I was like, "Oh my gosh, well, let me just keep going, right?" And I love that people maybe that might otherwise be overlooked are given an opportunity to succeed. And I love giving that to other women too. And last thing I'll share is be your own boss. So even though like I make my own schedule, we make our own schedule. We are in business for ourselves, but we're not by ourselves because we do have an amazing support system, like a sisterhood of friends and supporters and cheerleaders, right? And also mentorship and coaching. And that's what I get to do for so many women for the past like 13 years now, being in a leadership position is teaching, mentoring, coaching. And wow, the women on my team have seriously blessed me so much. Like just the things that they have taught me and just how also God has worked on my heart over the past 13 years and just brought me so much closer to him. And and I love also that being a part of Mary Kay gives women a safe space to grow. And it's almost like a little caterpillar, like in a little cocoon, like all smushed up, but then slowly the wings start coming out. And that's what I see women in Mary Kay, like they start out a caterpillar, like all kind of cocooned up in there and all tight, but then they start to blossom and it's almost like a rosebud. You know how that rose like opens up and it's so beautiful. And that's what I see with women that I get to mentor in Mary Kay. And that's one of my favorite parts too. But anyway, ladies, what I want you to do, question number 3 on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your like interest level in being a part of Mary Kay? It is $35 to start, by the way. I literally spent that at Starbucks the other day, like buying a couple of coffees, like cake pops. Oh my gosh. So like how often does $35 like get siphoned out of our bank account? Then we're like, where did it go, right? I put up an automatic savings in my bank account. I don't even see it. It just drafts all the time. So like money just leaves our account. We don't think of it. But $35 could give you an opportunity to try it and see if it might be something you like. Worst case scenario, you get a discount. But y'all, if you have more questions, I would be glad to answer them for you. Now, I would love for you to send this to me or to your consultant. That way she gets credit that you were on and you get a prize. But she's going to reach out to you. Actually, she's going to make a group chat with like me, you, and her because I am actually helping her If your consultant's on here, I'm her director. And that's part of what I do is we work together. So we're just gonna ask you a couple questions. So if you're a consultant, like Kim, Dolly, Edith, Latressa, Katrina, you're gonna make a group chat, like three-way, me, you, and your guests. Okay. All right, ladies.